Welcome to Jessica's tutorial on how to create a template for your dissertation. A journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. This is your first step in completing your dissertation. This video has been broken up into chapters for your convenience. Feel free to skip ahead or rewatch any chapter you like by clicking the table of contents. If you would like to follow along, you will need Microsoft Word 2007 or newer installed on your computer. You will also need a connection to the internet. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Downloading the template. This chapter will guide you in downloading and preparing your dissertation document. We will be using Microsoft Word 2007 and save it as a template so you can use it over and over again. But first we will download a pre-made but incomplete document to save us some time. We will be using the Gutenberg library as our resource. Go to the following link that I have already typed up here. We're using the digital library. From here, we're going to click Guidelines and Templates, and then we will choose Word 2007, found right here. We're going to open this with Microsoft Office Word. Now we will save this to our computer. I'm going to save this to the desktop for right now. We're going to save it as a Word document. I'm going to name mine Barron Template. You can name it anything you want. And I will choose the desktop. As you can see, it has everything filled in for us. However, I will show you how to customize this template using styles in an automated table of contents. Chapter 2. Page breaks and section breaks. This chapter will help you understand the major sections within the document. The template uses page breaks and section breaks. The first section includes the title and the second page. The second section includes abstract, dedication, acknowledgement, list of tables, list of figures, and list of abbreviation. The third section includes the chapters, followed by the references. As you noticed, I have the Show Hide feature on, so we could see all the formatting that is normally hidden. The Show Hide button is up here. It kind of looks like a backwards P. Notice the difference between a page break and a section break. The page break just separates the text from one page to another. A section break allows you to change the formatting of the page numbers from section to section. As we can see here, the first page without any page numbers, including the second page. Whereas the next section has Roman numerals at the bottom of it. Let's scroll down and we can see where the page breaks are. After the dedication, acknowledgement. Here's our table of contents, list of tables, list of figures, list of abbreviations, and now we can notice the last section break. From here on, the pages will have regular numbers at the bottom of them. Chapter 3. Dissertation chapters, headings, and subheadings. This chapter will introduce you to the section that contains your chapters for your dissertation. We will also create some subheadings that we will alter later with our styles. Let's get started. Your dissertation will have 5 chapters, followed by your references. The chapters are Chapter 1, the Introduction, Chapter 2, Literature Review, Chapter 3, Research Methodology, Chapter 4, Results, and Chapter 5, the Conclusion. This section will have a normal page numbers at the bottom of them. We will now create the title for Chapter 1. So you can see here they already have it typed for us. We're going to delete this part of it because we don't need this. Okay. When we create the title, we must insert a soft return for the after the chapter number. A soft return just bumps the next part of the title onto the second line. However, the word processor will treat that second line as if it's still part of the first. This way, it'll retain any style changes we make later on. So once again, I'm going to press Shift, and then I'm going to press Enter. You can see right here that it has like a little arrow beside it that's kind of pointing to the left. That's how you know that you have a soft return there. Okay, now we're going to type Introduction. Okay. For our first chapter, I'm going to add a few subheadings. We'll only go down 3 levels. The first subheading, I'm going to have Level 2 Heading. And then we're going to have text below it. And then we will have Level 3 Heading. And text below it. Later on, we're going to apply some styles to them. Now we're going to create the other chapters. From here, we're going to insert just a regular page break. Scroll this down a little bit. And now we are going to type in Chapter 2, soft return, and literature review. Now we're going to add another page break. Chapter 3, soft return, another page break. Chapter 4, soft return, results, and last but not least, Chapter 5, conclusion. Chapter 4, Styles. This chapter will teach you how to create and apply styles to the document we just created. Styles are the most useful and important feature in Microsoft Word. Everything you type has a style identified with it. But what is a style? It serves as 2 different things: a set of formatting commands that you can use over and over throughout your document. Styles save time and ensure everything is formatted the same each time. Secondly, styles serve as tags in your document. For our use, they'll help us construct our table of contents. Let's create some of the basic styles we'll use in this document. We will be altering the following styles in order to help construct our template. We'll be altering the normal, headings 1, 2, and 3, and the caption style. Plus, we'll be creating a new style. To start off, right here is the section that contains all of the styles. We're going to click this little button right here. Kind of looks like a little arrow. And then it opens up this box right here. But we can't see any of the styles, so we have to get them to show up for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Options. Select Styles to Show. For right now, it's just having the styles in use. We're going to change that so we can see all the styles. And we're going to click OK. As you can see, all the styles are now shown. Okay, so the first style we want to alter is the normal style. So let's scroll down. It's in alphabetical order, so it's pretty easy to find. And we're going to click on normal. Now we're not going to just click on the style itself. We're going to kind of put our cursor over it, and then we're going to find the little drop down box. We're going to click it, and then we're going to modify it. Okay, so what we want, some of the styles are already set, but we're going to be changing a few settings. First style, we're going to change to Times New Roman 12, which is already there. We're going to have a first line indent, so let's go down here to Format, and we're going to find that under Paragraph. This brings us to our little paragraph dialog. First line indent is found under Special. I'm going to choose first line by 0.5, comes up as default. And there's no spacing before and after, that's the way we want it, but we do want it double spaced. So we'll go to line spacing, choose double. We'll click OK. And then we will make sure that the style is based on no style. In this situation, normal is not based on any style, so we're pretty good there. And style for the following paragraph, we keep that as normal. Just do a double check. Everything looks good, so we can click OK. Alright, so now let's alter our headings. Let's go back up here. Here is heading 1. Once again, we find the little drop down box. Click on Modify. Now this situation, it's blue. We don't want it to be blue. We want it to be automatic. Style based upon normal. We don't want that. We want to click the drop down box, and we want to base it on no style. It's going to be its own style. Alright, so now let's go through here. We do have to do some change in here. Times New Roman, and we want it to be 12 point bold. It's already bolded for us, so we're good to go there. We want it to be centered. And let's go to Format, check out the paragraph. I always like to do that. Before and after, we want to put this down to 0. We want 0 points before and after. Centered, level 1, special, we don't want any special. But we do want a double space. Looks good there. We're going to click on OK. I always like to double check here. And everything looks good based upon no style, and we're going to click OK. Next one right below, no searching for this one. Heading 2. Style based upon, scroll back up. No style. I'm going to get rid of that Cambria, change it to Times New Roman, and it's going to be 12. And the heading 2 is bold, so we can leave that. I'm going to change that to automatic, so it is, so it's black and not blue. Alright, let's go check out what's going on in paragraph here. I'm going to get rid of this spacing. They always like to put that as default. And double space. So make sure you go to this paragraph dialog. Some people just go ahead and click the double space right here, but you got to make sure that you get that spacing. You want to make sure that there's no spacing before and after. And we'll be good to go with this. Go ahead and click OK, and everything else looks good. So quick double check, click OK. Alright, last one, heading 3. We're going to modify this one. And heading 3 is very similar as the other ones. Style based upon, you guessed it, no style. Remember that Cambria? It's already 12 for us, which is nice and bold, and change it to automatic. And we're going to go down here to paragraph once again. Before spacing again, got to get rid of that. And it is double spaced. There's no indents on this one. Oh, nope. There is a left indent on heading 3. So we're going to go right here to indentation. We're going to go to left, delete the 0 in there, and we're going to put in a 0.5 left indent. And there we go. So we can see that left indent right there. Bold. We got the double spaced in there. 12 New Roman, automatic, no style. Alright, always double check. Click OK. Alright, now we're going to alter the captions. Caption is found up here. Modify. Style based upon. No. Whoop, balloon text. Right beside there. No style. There we go. Much better. This is Tahoma. I'm going to get rid of that. Times Roman. And 12 point bold. Automatic. Check out the paragraph here. This one has an after. And double spaced. Alright, I think we're good to go with that. Okay, left aligned, so we're good with that too. Alrighty. Oh, wait. This is why you always double check. Gotta get rid of that bold. There's no bold on caption. So, alright, let's double check once again. I think we're good to go on this one. Alright, let's click OK. Okay. Now, we're going to create a style that we'll use for our signature page. Since it uses the normal style, and the normal style is double spaced, it'll mess up our signature page and bump some of the text around in an odd way. To fix this, I created a new style. So to go right here, well, it's already open. You go right here to New Style. Go ahead and click on it. And it gives us the Create a New Style from Formatting dialog box. So I'm going to name this Normal Style, single space, no indent, because the normal style is actually double spaced and it has an indent. We don't want that. So what we're going to do here is we're going to base it upon New Style once again, Times New Roman. That's what we wanted. We want automatic, align left, single space. And let's check out the paragraph real quick. Oh, there's nothing before and after. Now we will go through the document and apply all the styles we've just created. Let's start at the beginning and go through to the end. So the first one we are going to be altering. Of course, see the signature page. See how that's kind of all wonky there? We're going to select this and click over here. We're going to go ahead and apply that style. I'm going to move this over here. There we go. For some reason these ones didn't. There we go. All you have to do is just highlight it, click the style you want, and it will apply it. Alright, so the first one is the dedication. So this one will have a heading 1, acknowledgement, heading 1, so list of tables. In order to kind of select that all at once, you can just double click. It'll select the entire line for you. Alright, here's our chapter 1. Now, this is the one with the soft return, so we're going to select them both. Heading 1. I'm going to select this one right here. Heading 2. Select this right here. Heading 3. As you can see, it automatically applies those styles to the subheadings that we created. Now let's move on to chapter 2. That gets a heading 1. Chapter 3, heading 1, chapter 4, and chapter 5. Easy peasy, right? Chapter 5, Table of Contents. This chapter will instruct you on how to use your created styles within a table of contents. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to delete this current table of contents, but we're going to keep the title right here. We're going to keep the page right there as well. And go through, select everything, click delete, leaves us with a couple paragraph marks there, so I'm going to delete one of those, so we'll keep the one there. So in order to insert a table of contents that is linked to all the styles that we created, we are going to go to the References tab. It's up here. Click on that. We're going to click on Table of Contents. We're not going to choose any of these right here. We're going to choose Insert Table of Contents. And we're going to check out the Modify to make sure everything is fine. Times New Roman, 12, double spaced, no bold, automatic, left align. Everything looks good. And click OK. And go ahead and click OK right here, and one more OK. Now, as you can see, it inserts our table of contents linked to everything, so everything that we have under heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 automatically shows up. In order to refresh, all we do is right click, we can click Update Field, and it will refresh the entire table of contents. Now keep in mind, these right here are not to be in all caps. I know they're in all caps here, that's just because they were reading it from what we have down below. But in the table of contents itself, it is not to be in all caps. So we will have to alter them. Later on, when we enter the references and when we update the tables and figures and everything else, it'll unfortunately take it back to all caps. You can create a style for this. Sometimes that gets a little complicated, so if you want to in the future, you'll just have to change it. Oop, got an extra K in there. Okay, here is our new table of contents. Chapter 6, List of Tables and Figures. This chapter will teach you how to enter the list of tables and list of figures into your document. It is very similar to the table of contents. Let's start by adding a figure and a table to our document. I'm in Chapter 2, the Literature Review. Let's go ahead and insert a picture here. I'm going to go up to Insert and Clip Art. And we're going to go over here and we're going to do Search for Science. Here's a nice picture of a space shuttle. Make sure your cursor is where you want the picture to go. You don't want to end it up anywhere wonky on your document. So let's go ahead and click on the space shuttle. And now we're going to alter it. We're going to right click on the picture. We're going to go to Text Wrapping. And we're going to choose More Layout Options. Now we want the text to be top and bottom. We're going to go to Picture Position. And we're going to choose Alignment. And we're going to make it centered. There we go. Good to go. So we're going to insert a caption for our picture. Our caption goes right below the picture. There we go. So we're going to go to References, and we're going to go to Insert Caption. Now this is a figure, so we're going to change the label from Table. We're going to change it to Figure. It's going to be Figure 1. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. See how it puts Figure 1 right there. We're going to put a period after Figure 1, and we're going to name it Space Shuttle. Figure 1 itself is going to be italicized. So we're going to choose Figure 1, go back up to Home, press Italicize. There we go. There's our picture. Now we're going to enter a table. So let's go ahead and close out the clip art. Now we're going to scroll down to Chapter 4, which is our results section. We'll go ahead and click here. Now the label itself goes above the table. So let's go ahead, go to References. We're going to go ahead and insert a caption. Now this is going to be a table. I'm going to click OK. Caption Table 1. Click OK after that. Now with the table, it's going to be slightly different from the picture in that we're going to have a soft return after Table 1. See how we have the little arrow there. We're going to name it Example Table. We're going to highlight example table, and we're going to italicize it. Now we're going to enter our table. So let's go to Insert. I'm going to go to Table. We will make it 5 by 2. There is our table. So now that we have our picture and our table in our dissertation, we're going to scroll back up to our titles, and we're going to insert a list of tables and list of figures. We're going to go ahead and delete the text that is already there. We do need a page, so we're going to write a line, page, press enter. Okay, so now we are going to enter our list of tables. Let's go back up to references. Instead of going to table of contents, we are going to choose insert table of figures. Now, since this is a table that we are inserting right here, we are going to choose table down here. It's already chosen for us, but we're going to make sure it says table for us. Then we're going to go ahead and click OK. And there we go. There's our list of tables. Easy peasy. Now we're going to scroll down to list of figures. Our page is already there. So we're going to delete all of those extra paragraph marks, and we're going to go back up to insert table of figures. Now, instead of having the caption label of table, we're going to have a caption label of, you guessed it, figures. Notice how it changes the figures right there. We're going to click OK. And there is our list of figures. Once again, you can update any of these by right-clicking, just like your table of contents, and updating fields. Chapter 7, References. This chapter will review how you place the references into your template and how to format them. Notice we are at Chapter 5, the conclusion. We're going to insert a page break right here by going to Insert, Page Break, and we're going to type in references right there. Now we're going to apply the heading 1 style to references. So let's go ahead and select references. Then we're going to go to the Home tab and choose heading 1. There we go. Now we're going to add a reference. I already have a reference that I used from another document, so I'm going to go there and copy it. Now I'm going to paste it into my template. Notice that this reference has a hanging indent. In order to place a hanging indent, go ahead and select the reference, go up into Paragraph, go to Special, and make sure Hanging is selected. Every reference will have a hanging indent. Any references you add to the document should be placed in alphabetical order by using this same formatting. Chapter 8, Conclusion. Now that we have a completed document, we are going to save it as a Microsoft Office template. When you click on the document in the future, it will create a new document using these settings while keeping the original intact and unaltered. So we will go up here to the little button and we will click on Save As. This will bring up the Save dialog box. We're going to go ahead and save it as Barron Template. I'm going to keep the same name. I've already chosen a spot to save it in under Duquesne, Dissertation, and Templates. But instead of saving it as a Word document, I'm going to make sure that Word Template is chosen. Then I'm going to click Save. Now you have your own dissertation template that is approved by Duquesne University. Thank you for viewing my tutorial. Now you can make your first step towards your own academic journey.